You are listening to Ablaze Bible Reflections. Today's passage is Luke chapter 20, verses 20 to 47, read by Isioma. Don't give to Caesar what belongs to God. In Luke 20, verses 19 to 24, Jesus is given a coin and asked a difficult question. He answers simply, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." Then he points to something deeper. The coin carries an image, so it belongs to the one whose image it bears. But every human person carries the image of God, as we are told in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. This means our lives belong to God in a much greater way. Jesus is not just talking about money, but about who we truly belong to. In real life, the struggle is not choosing between God and something obviously wrong. It is giving to Caesar what is due to God. Caesar can represent anything that takes God's place in our lives. It can be work, success, comfort, or the need to be accepted by others. These things are not wrong in themselves, but they become a problem when they take first place. When that happens, they begin to receive our best time, energy, and attention. Slowly, without noticing, we give to them what belongs to God. We may still believe, but our priorities tell another story. This is how we end up giving God's part to something else. Often, it's a choice between God and many good things that slowly take up too much space. Work, responsibilities, goals, and even relationships can begin to occupy the center. Without noticing, they receive our best energy, our attention, and our concern. We do not reject God, but we postpone Him. What belongs to Him is pushed to the margins of the day. This is how we quietly give to Caesar what belongs to God. As you go through your day, try something small and practical. Before you begin a task, pause for a moment and remember God. When you feel stressed, say a short prayer. When you make a decision, ask, does this keep God first? These are simple steps, but they help your heart stay in the right place. Little by little, your day becomes more centered on God. If we're honest, most days do not feel like they belong to God. They feel busy, full, and sometimes wasted. We wake up already thinking about what needs to be done. The day moves quickly, and we give our energy to many things except God. By the time we slow down, there is not much left. It is not that we do not care about God. It is just that everything else came first without us even noticing. Jesus' teaching calls for a reordering, not a rejection of responsibility. Paying taxes is not condemned, and engaging with the world is not discouraged. The issue is not participation, but possession. We can give Caesar his due without giving him our identity. God's claim is not partial, but total, because His image is stamped on us. When we recognize this, our decisions begin to align differently. We still live in the world, but we no longer belong to it. To live this out practically means being intentional about what we give to God first. This could mean setting aside time daily for reflection before the demands of the day begins. This changes how you live, but in small ways, you begin to choose with more discernment. You give your time, but you do not lose yourself in it. You care about your work, but it does not define your worth. You face your struggles, but they do not take your identity. Because underneath everything, there is something steady. You know who you belong to and whose you really are. And remember, when God is first, everything else finds its proper place. God bless you. Stay close to the Word. The Ablaze Team.